So we're here again with Center for Change, where their main focus is keeping our community healthy. March is colorectal cancer month, and I have the honor, the pleasure, and you know what? It's God's timing to be able to talk to this young man right here, Renard Mitchell, a 5-year thriver and survivor. When did you know something was wrong with your health?
I always go to the doctor, annual checkups, but my doctor say, well, you turning 50, so you need a colonoscopy. So I scheduled an appointment. But before that appointment, when I went to I used the restroom, and I saw a streak of blood in the toilet. And 20 minutes later, I was on the way to the emergency room. And when the doctors see me, they would say, oh, that's probably just hemorrhoid pass. And about a month later, I went to my regular doctor, and they gave me a Cologuard.
Okay.
And they said, when the test came back, they said, you need a colonoscopy because you have some blood in your stool. But I said, well, I got an appointment next week. So it all worked out that I was going to get a colonoscopy. But if I never would have got a colonoscopy, I never would have known nothing was wrong.
So were you 50 at that time?
I was just turning 50.
Okay.
And I think it was like 4 months after I was turned 50, I had an appointment.
Let me point out to you that the actual age they've lowered to 45. And in some instances, it'll be even younger than that if you have a family history. At Center for Change, they offer a test kit that you can come into the office, pick it up. It's called an iFit. It's a chemical response that is similar to that Cologuard. You bring it back to them, they'll send it off to LabCorp, and you'll get your results like that. So again, Center for Change is the place to go for that. Renard Mitchell was able to ring that bell 5 years ago. Did you have any symptoms besides the blood in your stool?
No.
Nothing, no
I
pain?
didn't, no pain.
I always touch my stomach whenever I say that. Any symptoms?
No, I had nothing.
Nothing.
I was just living
Wow.
life.
Living life. Now, I remember we talked on the radio and I asked you, what was your diet like? And did you drink? And did you smoke? And you said, did you eat fast food?
I did.
Do you still to this day? Not as much,
Not
probably.
well. You know what? If I go get a value meal, I just eat half of it.
Okay.
So I try to eat grilled food, salads, stuff like that. But if I'm on a run, I
Okay.
might get a little bite.
What about alcohol? Not in excess?
No, I just occasional drinker. If I go
Okay.
out, have a drink.
So it's interesting. You never know what could bring on something like colon cancer, and it's two different things. Colon cancer, of course, is affecting in your colon, and colorectal is more of the rectal area.
Yes.
So it's two different types. But one of the things that happens is that Black men don't like to go to the doctor. What makes you so different?
Well, I have insurance, so I just
That's
I
it.
I love going to the doctor.
Okay.
I stay going to the doctor.
You want to know what went through your mind when they effectively told you that you might have colon cancer?
Well, when I did the colonoscopy, of course you was still drowsy. You just want to eat. The nurse the doctor told me I had a mass in me, but it wasn't registering that
Okay.
I had a cancer. Not till an hour or two, they called and told me to come to the hospital. Your room is ready, and all of it was.
That went fast.
It did all in like 3 hour span.
Where did you call home? Because cancer affects your loved ones too.
I did.
What did you say, Renard, to them?
Well, I told them I'm in the hospital now. I have to have some tests. They believe I have cancer. And I was shocking everybody because I was always on the run. But you know what? I'm in the hospital. I told them, well, I'm staying. I'm not going nowhere until we find out what's going on. So,
And then once they gave you the actual diagnosis, did your mind fear?
I wasn't scared at all until the surgeon came in, and he said they was gonna do the surgery the next day. But he said, let's first find out, make sure it didn't spread anywhere. That's the only time I got scared.
Sure.
But when he came back later on the next day, told me it didn't spread. It's in one spot. We have surgery. You cut.
So you go through the surgery, and then what was that like? The after.
Well, you know, you have pain, but
Yeah.
the next day I was walking.
Okay.
I kept moving in the bed because I didn't want to get stiff from
Yeah.
from the stitches, and the nurse is like, Mister, you can't do anything. And the doctor said, if any man wants to walk after surgery, unhook him,
Let them walk.
let him walk. So
Yeah, very good.
yeah.
So you have maintained such a positive outlook. Where does that come from? Because that probably helped in your healing, I'm sure.
Well, my line of work in the
Yeah.
business we serve people in, I see what sickness, disease and stuff happens. So I just wanted to stay healthy, stay moving, and stay positive.
So now that's 5 years ago. Did you have to go through chemotherapy?
No, I had to take a pill. I didn't have to take chemo or radiation.
That's a blessing.
When I found I had colon cancer, they said I had a form of blood cancer also. Actually, I had two cancers, but after the surgery, they was like,
Everything is fine.
they,
So this is 5 years ago. Do you still have to go to the doctor annually?
so I was going to an oncologist almost like 4 times a year.
Okay.
So my last visit, that's when he told me, you know, that's it, Mr. Mitchell, just you get to ring the bell. I was like, I was thinking, this whole while I was thinking I was clear. No, he was like, no, you was never clear, but you're clear now.
You're clear now. So probably the less you knew, the better off it was.
It was.
You know?
And but I will tell you, it's like a depressing place to go to an
Yeah, I could
oncologist.
imagine.
And like even the nurses, they have they might stay a year or so, and they always tell you like, well, I'm going to go to another doctor's office because it's sad seeing your patients come and
sometimes
they don't come back.
Yes, yes, yes. So what would you say? We've already said that Black men don't like to go to the doctor. What do you think that fear is? You don't have it, but what do you think it is for some other, especially some brothers?
I don't know. If I tell them about a colonoscopy, they're like, nah, I don't, you know, I don't want them
Yeah.
doing that to me. I was like, you sleep. Like, you got to get checked. Some men, I don't know. I ask people all the time, do you go to the doctor? Do you have a doctor?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm always asking somebody.
You know, this would be a good way to segue into the fact that Center for Change does have ways to get you seen by a physician if that is what is necessary. The iFit test is one thing, but they do so many other things: diabetes management, healthcare management in general. But colon cancer, we're focused on for the month of March. And Renard Mitchell is a 5-year survivor. I am so proud of you. And when I saw that on social media, you ringing the bell, I mean, my heart just went out to you because I watched you for 5 years. Like, you were very open about it. Your transparency saved lives. I'm sure this video will save lives too. So as we wrap up, Renard, make a plea for especially young Black and brown brothers or men, period. Go to the doctor.
You know your body better than anybody. If you feeling a slight pain or anything, it can be small and it can be major, but find a doctor. If you feel like you don't have insurance, find places that help you get insurance. Just go get yourself checked because it's a way to prevent illnesses. Death is something we all got to go through, but if you get yourself checked, you can prevent major things happening to your body. That's what I really believe.
Okay. So Center for Change is Florida, flcenterforchange.org. You can always reach out to them. They're in Altamont Springs now, but they still serve 3 counties. All right. That's it for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.